Okay, guys, I think we are now live. Let me go ahead and just publish that we're live. So the people who wants to join us, they can join us. For all the fans that are here, this is our monthly live video chat with Andrei. Andrei, I'm going to ask you to just move your camera sideways, if you don't mind, when you're ready.
Yes, 1 second.
No problem. Andrei is en route to a special place that he's going to share with us in a minute. Just to give everybody a heads up who has never been in our live video chat, I'm Eric. We've got Adam on the line as well. So this is Adam. How's it going, Adam? I'm Eric.
I'm good. How are you, Eric?
And I'm doing good. Adam helps us out with the content on the website. He does a lot of the blogs and all the the really in-depth articles that we do on Orlovsky.com. I help Andrei administer the website, and Andrei is obviously the man that you guys see on TV, the one and only, the Pitbull, Orlovsky. How are you, Andrei?
Good, guys. How are you?
Very cool. So, Andrei, tell us the most important question. Where are you going today?
I'm driving to Albuquerque, and it's pretty much 1,000 miles already gone. And hopefully tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night I'm going to be in Albuquerque. And Saturday I'm going to start my camp, and hopefully UFC pretty soon announcement my next fight. Against who and when.
Hold all the horses. What are you doing going to camp again? Weren't you just there?
No, I wasn't. I spent a couple weeks with D9 site in Chicago, and now I'm going to Albuquerque.
So what is the game plan? Are you looking to just stay fit, or do you think there's something brewing in you?
No, just after the fight when I fought Travis back in May 23rd, I took a couple weeks off, and I started training again, and you heard some rumors. Probably it's possibility to fight me Frank Mir on September 5th. So that's why I'm going to Albuquerque. Hopefully it's gonna happen, and I'm very excited about that match. And pretty much that's it.
Well, Andrei, obviously currently it's a rumor. You're not confirming a fight as of yet, and neither is the UFC. What is your opinion of that matchup? I mean, it's a little controversial based on what we're reading online.
Well, first of all, he's on a winning streak. I'm on a winning streak, and we're supposed to fight back in, I believe, in 2007.
When?
2007, no?
Who the hell remembers 2007? When was that?
No, when he was a champion, and he was involved in a car accident, and he broke his hip, and I became interim champion when I fought Tim Sylvia. But definitely he's tough, and it's going to be very exciting match, I think, and I'm very excited. If it's going to happen, I'm very excited.
So let's give a little bit of a precursor and a little bit of history. So Andrei did become a champion, and one of the fights that was supposed to be happening was Andrei Arlovsky versus Frank Mir, and that's when Frank Mir was involved in an accident. But that was a very anticipated fight between the two of you guys, right?
Yes.
It was basically a striker against a grappler.
Yeah, but last two fights when he fought Bigfoot, Frank Mir fought Bigfoot and Duffy. It was very impressive victories, and yeah, he's tough.
Andrei, do you feel like you're going to be fighting the same Frank Mir that was in 2007?
Absolutely not. He's much tougher, I think, right now, and a more dangerous fighter. He's not scared to brawl, and it's going to be a very good match, I think. If it's going to happen, it's going to be a very good match.
Andrei, what's your opinion about when people say, well, Frank Mir is not the same Frank Mir, he's actually worse. He's older. Like, what is your opinion of that statement?
Some people can say same about,
right?
Yeah, some people can say same about me, and I don't know. Maybe everybody can have his own opinion, but I don't know. What I saw, he's tough. Definitely, he's tough, and he has power in his hands. Also, he's black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's not a joke. If I'm gonna fight him, I have to be very prepared for that fight, and I have to be in a really good shape.
Yeah, Adam, what is your opinion of that matchup? You've been
Well,
following some of the rumors, right?
yeah, and like you guys were saying, back in 2007 when it was supposed to be Andre and Frank, they were the two best fighters in the UFC, and unfortunately it didn't happen back then. But seeing that it's going to happen, I mean, I was of course a little apprehensive. Just I'm really looking forward to this title shot with Andre getting to that belt. But I think it's going to be a great matchup. And now that with this whole heavyweight division, you see a lot of these resurgences in the careers of Andre and Frank and even Fabricio. So for Andre to fight Mir, I think it's kind of bringing both their careers full circle. And with Mir's striking as of late, and obviously Andre, on the streak that he's on, it's going to be a great fight. If it comes to fruition, it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, and if we get past Mir, then on to hopefully Fabricio and anything else. So looking forward to it.
Very cool. Very cool. Andre, in terms of training camp, how does that actually work? Because Frank Mir trained with you in Greg Jackson's camp, did he not?
Yeah, it was a while ago. We used to train together, I think 2 times probably. I'm in 2 camps. No doubt, he's a good striker, and definitely he's great on the ground. So that's why I paid a lot of attention when I was in Chicago and training with Dino Castells. And I have to keep in mind all the time he's a black belt. He's very dangerous on the ground. Plus, he can punch. He can punch hard, and he has a heavy hands.
And Andre, while he was in training camp, did you get a chance to go one-on-one with him as well? Like, did you get that kind of interaction?
No, of course we used to have some sparring sessions, but what I remember, it wasn't like really hard, and we just tried to be like very accurate to each other. But like I said, he's on the ground, he's a king, so he much better than me. It's no doubt.
So you feel that if this was a confirmed fight, that you're going to try to keep it up?
Definitely it's not going to be jiu-jitsu match, it's for sure. But like I said, I'm practicing a lot in BJJs also, and so I just have to be ready. You never know what's going to happen during the fights. That's why, like I said, I have to be prepared for everything.
So in terms of training camp, how long is your training camp going to be? I mean, they're saying UFC 191, right?
Yeah, if it's gonna be if I'm gonna fight on September 5th, I still have 5 more weeks. I used to my camp already probably like about 4 or 5 weeks, and I think I'm in pretty good shape right now. We just have to finish strong, and that's it.
So one of your teammates, Mr. Dotson, is going to be on that card. What do you think of that matchup? Are you excited for him?
Oh, I'm very excited. Definitely it's going to be a very interesting match, and Dimitrios Johnson and Little John, they're both great fighters, and definitely it's going to be, at least for me, it's going to be a very interesting match. It's going to be a lot of actions, I think. They're going to smile all the time, and it's going to be fun.
Very cool. So we have somebody joining us. I think it's Chris. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey, great. Nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you, Eric. Andre.
You too. Did you have a question for Andre or a comment?
Well, I'm jumping right in here, but I just wanted to refresh Andre's memory. I met you at the UFC Fan Expo, and I'm the gentleman with the cancer. So I just wanted to shout out again and say what a great inspiration you've been through my journey, and I just looking forward to your journey as well, so but
thank you.
But yeah, I'll keep my questions at bay for right now. Let me gather my thoughts, but nice seeing you again.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for joining us, Chris. We appreciate it. So the other question, Andre, is that, there's been a little bit of this news, and I think there was a little bit of back and forth between you and this guy by the name of Fedor. What's your opinion of Fedor potentially coming back into MMA?
I would love to fight him. I would love to have a rematch, but I don't know. It's up pretty much at this point. It's up to UFC. If Dana White gonna sign him, great. If not, then it's not gonna happen. But I think, my opinion, he's not gonna back to fight in the UFC. He's gonna. I mean, like in the States, I think he's gonna. Actually, he might fight in maybe in a Bellator or somewhere in Japan. So I'm not sure he's gonna be in the UFC anytime soon.
Andrei, if you were to fight Fedor, for instance, just for instance, how do you see things going differently? What do you think would happen in that fight?
I'm gonna fuck him up.
All right.
I'm not gonna jump with that fucking stupid fly knee anymore, but it's gonna be different match.
Do you think Fedor would see Andrei 2.0 there?
Huh?
Do you think Fedor would see Andrei 2.0? The same Andrei we saw in Travis
3.2.
3.0. Perfect. Andrei, we don't have a confirmed fight as of yet. News is about Frank Mir. But what about the fact that a lot of people think that you are on the same level as the guy that's currently holding the title? Do you feel that you're on the same level, that you'd be able
No,
to challenge him?
obviously he's a champion, so nobody didn't beat him yet. So he's the best guy right now in heavyweight division. If I'm gonna fight him, I will have opportunity to prove myself, prove everybody else that I'm better fighter. But now, reality, he's not gonna fight. I believe next 5-6 months, and that's it. We can talk more specific about potential fight against Verdum when it's gonna be like on. But now I have different. I think I hope I'm gonna have Frank Mir or somebody else, and I'm gonna fight soon, very soon. So my mind right now is just to be in great shape and be ready for my next opponent.
Andrei, to that point, how do you feel physically? How do you feel mentally right now? Obviously, you just had some time to relax, but how do you feel? Are you at 100, at 90, at 80%? How do you feel?
Definitely, I'm not 100% yet, but like I said before, I think I'm in pretty good shape. I spend a lot of time do some cardio and play hockey. I learned some technique. Spoke with my boxing coach Bupas, and I'm okay.
Very cool. So tell us how you mentally prepare for a fight that you don't know who you're fighting for as of right now.
At this point, it's like usually first half of camp is just physical, try to be in shape, like do some cardio, do some basic stuff, and now it's about. I hope in the next few days, maybe a week, I'm gonna find out exactly who's gonna be my next opponent, and we're gonna make some strategy with Greg Jackson and Wilkin John, and it's going to be more specific work, but right now, just everything good.
Andrei, how do you feel about being back in the UFC? There's a lot of UFC controversy nowadays. There's a lot of negative things that are coming out about the Cutman, about the Reebok deal, a lot of stuff going on. What is your opinion? You're back, what you consider your home. How do you feel about it today?
At this point, you have to be, I think, pretty much selfish. Definitely, it's not good what's happened with a Catman. I can't say anything yet about a Reebok deal because obviously, if I'm gonna fight September, I'm gonna find out and I can give some answers after the fight. But right now, I'm good. I signed with a new management team and everything good for now. So. I wanted back in the UFC and I back in 2 years ago, and I really like it. I enjoy it.
Very cool. In terms of your sponsors and Reebok sponsors, how do you feel about that entire process? Because recently we've seen the Reebok kits, the fight kits. They were rolled out. What do you think about the look, the feel, all those things?
My opinion, Reebok might do like better design of uniform, but that's fine. About sponsors, like I said, I didn't have chance yet to get some money from Reebok, but from my last fight when I fought Travis Brown, um, I know you're not gonna be happy to talk about, but okay, I'm gonna keep everything inside of me. But a couple words, I wasn't really happy about process with my sponsor what I had for Travis Brown. And what I read depends how many fights I have in UFC right now. It's gonna be around, I believe, like 12, 15,000, something like that. It's not bad, but I think I can give you more details, more like more fully answer like after the fight, after my next fight.
Very cool. Andrei, in terms of, oh, we've got somebody that joined us. Trigger Apparel. Who's this guy?
Hey, how are you? Good
Hi,
to
Mike.
see you, Eric. Good to see you, Andre.
Hey, what's up?
Did you want to jump in and ask a question, Mike?
Well, I'll just join to chat and just kind of listen in a little bit. Interested in hearing. I was already listening on the other side about the Frank Mir possibility, so I
What
just
is
didn't know
your
how to get
opinion?
in
I'd
at
love
first.
to your take on it.
I think it's awesome. I think it's two legends of the sport. I think exactly what Andre said. That's exciting because you guys were supposed to fight, a long time ago, and it's come full circle. And it'd be an incredible fight, and no sense, I guess, waiting on to right. This would be a terrific fight between two guys that are legends for everybody in the sport.
Very cool. Very cool. And what do you think about Fedor coming back?
Oh man, I want to see Andre get back at him too. I think it'd be great. That's another legend, and I want to see Andre get another shot because that was definitely whatever happened. But I agree. I think Andre was winning that first round, and things happened. And that would be awesome.
So for those of you that don't
You
know,
know what? Can I make some comments? Probably I would
sure.
keep my mouth shut if it wasn't like so obvious. Like why I jumped is that stupid flying knee. It's like I still cannot figure out why, I still don't have like very clear answer for that. I wanna if I'm gonna see next time Dana White, I'm gonna ask him, please, if you're gonna sign Emelianenko, just give me a rematch, please.
Andrei,
You
I
did
have
it against Rothwell, Ben Rothwell, the flying knee. So
I know, but now I I ask myself why even I jumped with a flying knee against Ben Russell when I fought him like back in 2009. I never in my life throw like flying knees, never, and just I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got a theory for you, Andrei. You know what the reason was? The reason was for you to come back to your home, which is the UFC, and to beat him in the UFC.
Yeah.
On a much bigger venue, in a much public place, and in a situation where you actually dominate the fight. So, listen, if anybody in the UFC gods is listening, this is the fight that fans want to see, and that's the rematch that really should be taking place. But obviously, we got to build up to it, right? So maybe the next fight is just a build-up.
Yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know, I just want to really quickly say Trigger is actually the company that's helping us create some of Andrei's new designs and new T-shirts. And one of the designs that we recently shared with Andrei that he provided some really cool feedback is actually going to be up in the store very soon. So, Andrei, what did you think about that design? Did you like that look and feel?
Yeah, what you sent to me, it's pretty cool, and yeah, I'm very excited. We'll see how it's gonna be in the future.
Misha, do you want to share with us anything in the works that you guys are working on?
Sure, yeah. Well, we have, the designs that were on the site before. They're already up now. But tomorrow, actually, we're finishing production on two new designs. They're both part of the Vintage Warrior series that we are featuring prominent athletes, and Andrei, of course, is the feature of that. And both of the upcoming shirts, one of them features Andrei on a chain as the Pitbull, which is, of course, his nickname with the fangs, and it's going to be on a really high quality. It's going to be like a distressed garment shirt. It's going to be featuring a little bit of a silver foil where it's not too much, but it still kind of stays away from the too loud look, but it adds like a really good and powerful image of Andrei, and I think it's going to really catch the attention. And the other shirt is a tri-blend black shirt that features Andrei, in his patented roar with his hands out and his teeth also. And basically, it's hard to describe a shirt without, of course, showing it. But I'm really excited about those two, and those are going to be up. We're planning on having them up by Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, they're going to be done tomorrow. So. pretty excited about those. We have the other 3 shirts are up now.
And the other question is, do you guys plan on doing anything special for Andrei's next UFC event? Meaning, is there going to be like a signature series?
Oh, absolutely. We plan on doing that every single time you have a fight. Honestly, anytime you have an event, like we can do anything, and especially for fights, we're looking at doing something that tributes that legendary matchup, whether it's with Fedor or whether it's with Frank Mir. Both legends. You're a legend. We were looking at creating some kind of concept that honors that, like a legend versus legend scheme and something similar. So, and that's just, we got to get that unveiled and start prepping for that, but we're definitely looking at things like that.
Very cool. That's very exciting. And I think I speak for the whole team Pitbull. They're really excited about that partnership. You guys are doing some really cool things. And guys, for anybody that wants to get an autographed T-shirt of Andrei, we're actually doing a special. So in the next 1 hour, we're going to pick random 10 shirts like we do often, and we're going to get them autographed by Andrei. So if you guys go ahead and purchase from our shop on arlovsky.com, although they are also sold on Amazon.com as well. Is that correct, Bishop?
Yes, correct.
Very cool. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and submit an order, and we'll make sure to get that autographed to you guys shortly. All right, I'm going to jump into the chat room unless, Chris, do you have any questions yet that you want to pose to Andrei?
Take advantage of this opportunity. Andrei, from training and seeing Frank Mir a little bit at Jackson's MMA, is there anything in the back of your mind and once again, kind of like the Travis Brown situation where you feel like you can find some holes and,
it's a job of Greg Jackson and Coach Wing to find out some holes. But just I need to follow with the game plan how I did against Travis Brown. I think we did like really good job. I'm sure when I'm gonna see Greg tomorrow, he's gonna give me some advices about my previous fight, and I will try to be more disciplined if I'm gonna fight Frank Mir in a few weeks.
Yeah. I honestly don't think he's on the same level as you, man. So keep up the good work, man.
Thank you very much. I will.
All right.
Very cool. Thank you, Chris. So we're going to jump into the chat room. Andrei, how many hours do you sleep? Ryan Sovek is wondering.
Hopefully in the camp I'm going to sleep at least 8-9 hours, because when I was home, it depends. It doesn't matter, what time I'm going to sleep. I woke up like every day pretty much at 7:30, It's kind of... it was hard, but yeah, I need to be more disciplined and be on a schedule in the camp.
Andrei, what changed in your training camp the last time you fought? There was a completely different Andrei that we saw in the octagon. What stimulated that difference?
A little bit from everywhere, a little bit of everything. Like, I want to be famous again, for example. I want to be a champion again, for sure. I want to be more successful, and I want to be a great example for my son. Just like I told before, and I want to repeat again. I said before, and I want to repeat again. I just choose what's more important for me right now. Right now, it's rebuild my MMA career again, and will do everything possible to be a champion again.
Andrei, what is the path that you're looking to take? Like, how many fights do you think you're going to need to fight to become champion again? Like, what's your plan, internal plan?
Be honest with you, after when I fought Travis Brown, I thought my next fight going to be for the title. But reality right now, I have to fight somebody else, and it's not guaranteed that my next fight going to be for the title. So I just keep in my mind that I have to just train hard, fight hard, and if I will have possibility to fight for the title, it would be great.
Very cool. I think a lot of your fans shared that sentiment, because a lot of us thought that would be the next fight. Very cool. Andrei, who is your inspiration today? So I know in the past you mentioned other people, but what about today? Who inspires you most today?
Before my camp against Travis Brown back in end of January, middle of probably February, I met some guy, and he passed away. He had because of cancer. He passed like three weeks ago, and his name Ryan. And when I spoke with him before my camp, it was how explain right. First of all, it was great conversation. He told me his life story, and it was awesome. And I would say probably he's my inspiration right now.
That's very interesting. Is there anything specific that inspires you? Like, is there one thing?
Just I think at this point it's more than enough to just mention this guy, his name, and definitely he was a great person. He was former police officer. He was in SWAT team also, and he just was tough, and he was a fighter all his life.
Andrei, what is your take on cancer overall? Because you know, there's a lot of organizations out there that want to create like I guess, an idea of fighting cancer, right? And MMA and fighting comes together. Like, how do you feel about what can you do to help fight cancer?
I don't know, but if you want to do something to help people who had cancer, who has cancer, who have cancer, who fighting against cancer, I would love to be involved, and I will do. I don't know. I already do whatever I want to do, because those people, it's very dangerous disease. It's a horrible disease, and it's a lot of people to somebody who had cancer, who like fighting some cancer right now. This is very scary.
Andrei, update us on Maximus. How's he doing? Where is he?
Oh, he's sleeping over there in the back seat. I don't know if you guys can see or not. He's snoring all the time, and yeah, he's good.
Andrei, what is that tradition? Does he go to every one of your training camps? Can you give us an
No, it was funny because I did this before my camp against Travis Brown when I left Albuquerque, and I did same yesterday. I start packing my stuff, you know, and I try to be sneaky. I tried to like pass him like in the morning, but he was already by the door. He was like waiting for me, and he did. I think he knew that we're supposed to leave. We're supposed to leave soon, and he was by the door by my suitcases, and I think he's more excited than me to go.
Did Andrei get frozen?
Yep, I thought it was me at first.
No, it's Andrei. Guys, I apologize. Just one quick second. I'll try to get Andrei reconnected.
Eric.
Yep, we can hear you fine, Andrei, but we can't see you. So maybe turn on. There we go. We can see you. So the last thing you were saying that you were packing?
Yeah, I was packing, and he slept in my suitcases. I'm gonna post the picture. And in the morning, he was by the door already at 4 o'clock in the morning. He was by the door, and he knew we were gonna leave. So I think he's more excited than he's very excited to go to Albuquerque.
Very cool. Very cool. Andrei, any updates or know anything about John Jones? Obviously, he's one of your training partners.
Not now. I'll see him tomorrow or day after, maybe Monday, and if it's gonna be something, some news, I will share with you guys.
Very cool. What do you see for yourself in the next couple of weeks? Like, how tough are you planning to train? Is this going to be like a vigorous training?
It's gonna be very tough. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough because I'm coming back to alma mater, to clinic of Greg Jackson and Mike Winklejohn. Also, Said's supposed to come, and Dino's supposed to come to Albuquerque, so it's gonna be hell.
You sound very excited.
I am very excited, Eric.
Andrei, are you going to be doing video blogs for your training camp?
Yes. Per our conversation, Eric, yes, I'm gonna do some videos, short videos. I'll try to do like 2-3 times a week, but definitely it's gonna be one video blog, one video journal at least once a week for sure.
And guys, the purpose of these videos is to just keep you updated and to let you know what kind of training goes into fight night. I mean, a lot of people just see the fight for 25 minutes and really don't know how it all comes together. I think it's very important to see the behind the scenes and show you the stuff that UFC embedded doesn't show you, which is the hard work that goes in there. Andrei, in wrapping up, well, first of all, let's do a last call for questions. Guys, Adam, do you have any questions for Andrei before we wrap up? Or anything you want to say?
Actually, I do, as a matter of fact. Andrei, I know you don't like looking past your next opponent, and if Frank Mir is your next opponent, we'll see, but if the UFC were to sign Fedor, and I know that the offer got put in today, or at least that's the report, and you had the choice between fighting him a little bit earlier than fighting Verdum if you were to get a guaranteed title shot, would you take the fight?
Sold.
You'd take the fight with Fedor first?
Sold.
Awesome.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
That's a easy negotiations right there. Any other questions, Adam?
Nope.
Yeah, actually, follow up on the Fedor. Is there any bad blood with you and Fedor? I mean, you just want to avenge the defeat more than anything, right? I mean,
no, I just want a revenge. I just want a rematch, and that's it. No bad blood, not bad blood. And actually, you know what? When it was the fight night in Chicago, I met Team Sylvia. We shook hands, we hug each other, and we're cool now. But it's just.
Well, if you're friends with Tim Sylvia, you're friends with everybody. So.
No, we're not friends, but we're not enemies anymore. So we just, I wish him all the best. I shook his hand. He's a great guy. I guess, everybody has a different point of, a different vision of how promote the fight, how act. So I think we're different. That's why some shit happens like back in a few years ago, but. Now we're not enemies anymore, so we're good.
Very cool.
Good.
Chris, any other questions?
Just to chime in on the video blogs, I'm a little superstitious. I've noticed since you've cut those back, haven't been doing as many of those, you've been winning more. So maybe more focused.
Eric.
I think what Chris was mentioning is maybe doing less video blogs. Maybe doing less video blogs is the right way to go, because the more focused you are on the fight as opposed to the video blogs, maybe that's better.
Oh, definitely, I'm not gonna do everything what Eric told me to do. Like back in a few years ago, you have to post at least one picture, one video every day. I'm not gonna do this every day, but yeah. It's not a problem for me to share something with you guys while I'm driving, while I'm in the gym, like waiting, for example, Greg Jackson and Mike Winkeljohn. I can, like, I don't know, record something for a minute or two, but definitely my mind gonna be on my workouts, on my next opponent, on my good preparation for the fight.
Okay, that's it from me. So
very cool. Mishka?
Well, it's same thing leading back to the Fedor fight. That'd be very exciting, but I guess my question is, and I'm not sure if really you would even know this, but kind of wondering about why Fedor decided to step back into the sport, at this point after being gone for so long, and unless he really decided that he wants to fight in the UFC, I'm almost skeptical of the entire process unless he wants to, get to the very organization that he never fought in, because that to me would make only sense, because Bellator and anything else doesn't do him or anybody justice, just like you fighting him, because it just seems a little bit strange,
It's interesting because I spoke with some guys from Russia. I'm not gonna tell you guys what you're talking about, but I guess it's some issues over there. But anyway, no doubt he's a legend. He has a name in the MMA, and if he's gonna sign with UFC, I would love to have a rematch with him. So it's totally up to Mr. Dana White and UFC.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's really all I had, because that's the only fight and the only organization that makes sense for me. It's for the UFC for him. So.
Very cool. Thank you, Misha.
Thank you.
The other question, Andrei, from the chat room is, do you follow pro boxing? And if you do, who do you follow? And what do you think of the Klitschko-Fury fight?
Klitschko who?
Fury.
Oh, I didn't see that fight. Oh, so is the photo already, or it's supposed to be?
It's upcoming.
No, I didn't know that. The last boxing news what I read it, I guess it's rumor. It was rumors that Mike Tyson supposed to fight James Toney. So if it would be a very interesting fight for me. So, but otherwise, I saw last boxing match Paki against Mayweather, and I would love to see Amir Khan if he's gonna fight Mayweather. I think it's gonna be a really good fight.
I agree. All right, Andrei, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap the chat up. Do you want to say anything in closing to your fans?
Thank you guys for your questions and for your time. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, I'm gonna have answer who's gonna be next for me, when I'm gonna fight next, and with my pleasure, I'm gonna share that news with you guys. I'm very excited about T-shirts coming up, and guys, have a great night, and God bless of you, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you guys for all your support. And again, just a reminder, 10 shirts randomly will be chosen to get autographed. So buy your gear from arlovsky.com, the store. See you guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.